So here we are, Zwift video number 4, quick sprint around the Champs Elysees, just 9k, partly because of the reason that I keep getting technical issues when I'm trying to record, and my screen record stops after about 20 minutes. So I thought I'd go for this quick 9k ride. 11 riders. I don't think one person started. The 10th person stayed on the start line for quite a while, so it was a 10-person start. I went off about 450 watts maximum, and then settled in, and you can see me just settling back in now. A few people going past me, which is fine, and then hopefully the group coming together, which they do in the next 10-15 seconds. So you can see now the group of 9 has formed, and I'm basically slowing myself down a bit now. My wattage will go around about 200. I think it drops lower as well, steady like 170. So you can see by the colours of the graph at the bottom of the page how it fluctuates. But just taking it easy now, just sitting in with the group. There's no point in trying to push hard because you burn a lot more energy than anybody else, and people are quite easily able to stay with you. So it's a tricky situation. If there was a group going off in front, I would have been able to push a little bit harder, but they all settled into this sort of pace and it stayed like this for a while. So I was on this little tunnel. I always try and power up going down the hill so that I've got plenty of momentum coming back up the other side, and you can see that I'll come up the top in the front, and then I'll just ease off again and just let everybody catch up and save my energy again. I just find it easier doing it that way rather than trying to push hard up the hill. So we're on the bottom of the hill now. There's 3 slight inclines and flat parts in between. So I'm trying to push quite hard up here. You'll see that my wattage will go up. Just being conscious of nobody breaking off the front really. But at the same time as doing that, if the gap becomes too big, not to try and push hard to try and follow them, because again you're spending too much energy again. So really hoping that this bloke here gets in front of me and then power up behind him using his draft. You'll see that by the time we get to the top everything comes back together though. So we're dropping back down the other side now. Again, obviously 3 little drops with some flat parts in between. But here you can just get in everybody else's draft. So you'll see my wattage has gone right down. Just taking it easy, recovering from the hill on the other side. And then just taking it easy really all the way to the bottom. Making sure that nobody goes off the front. If somebody goes off the front, try and stay with them. If you stay close enough. If they get too far ahead, wait for somebody to come along and join in with that second place person. So we haven't got far to go now, 2.3k, getting close to the end. Just keeping an eye and keeping a check on anybody trying to make a break really, but probably haven't got enough power if somebody wants to go off and push really, really hard. So just keep it in the pack, keep it in the group, keeping it together, waiting for the end. If I never see the point in bombing off and trying to break from this sort of distance, because you can just easily be caught by a team drafting behind you. So I always find you have to just sit in and just wait till the end and see what happens. So again, another little quick blast on the downslope, trying to get up some speed and momentum going up the other side so it's not so hard, and then just easing off when we get to the top. I think a few other people were trying the same thing. You can see that the person in the black behind me is putting in some strong power, 6-7 watts per kilogram there. And let's see what happens with him. Does he slow back down again, or does he decide to carry on from here? Because it's still 1.2k to the end. He actually starts easing off, but I put a bit of an effort in to try and catch him up. You can see I'm up over 400 watts there, so that's, you know, usually 4 watts per kilogram, which is far beyond what the category is supposed to be. And as I catch him up, he puts another little burst in, but I keep hold of him, and I think everybody else comes together as well, and now we're down to the last K. So it's the final half K, and there's people bursting past now. I'm not able to keep up, so I'll just stay in the group and try and draft for as far as possible and see what I've got towards the end. This person's gone right off the front now. Looks as though they're going to win the race, but it doesn't actually work out like that. I'm still drafting with a few, thinking that I can try and get up as far as possible, but even with 0.4 of a K to go, that's too far for me to sustain max power, so I've got to just hold back. I'm drafting. I am actually out of my seat by this point, and I can see that I can keep up with them, but actually getting ahead of them and working past them is another matter. So pushed really hard towards the end, got to close to 500 watts, 600 watts there, and a commendable third place. So I was reasonably pleased with that. Everyone stayed within category. They were all 2.5 or below, so that was another pleasing aspect to the race. And I'll speak to you all again soon. I know I'm not getting many people watching these videos, but it's nice if somebody could like and subscribe, and see if I can get a few more people coming along. And hopefully I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.